Today, I invite you to embark on a journey not through the world of gadgets or innovation, but into the very core of who we are. In our fast-paced, ever-changing lives, we often find ourselves overwhelmed, frayed at the edges, and lost in the noise of constant distraction. But what if I told you that the most powerful tool at your disposal isn't a device or a program, it's your mind? If we look back at the greatest innovators and thinkers of our time, they all shared one remarkable trait: the ability to reset their minds, to find calm amidst chaos, to maintain control in a world that seems to revel in uncertainty. Just as we refine technology to enhance our lives, we must also refine our internal dialogue to empower us. Imagine for a moment a clear lake, untouched and still, mirroring the sky above. This is the state of mind we can attain, a mind that allows creativity to flow, where clarity and focus reign supreme. Today, we will explore how to cultivate that serenity, how to reset our minds, and how, in doing so, we can not only improve our lives, but inspire those around us. Together, we will unlock the potential that lies within us, transforming chaos into calm and reaction into deliberate action. Join me as we venture into the art of mastering our minds, because when we reset our internal compass, we don't just navigate through life, we redefine it. Mindfulness and awareness, these aren't just words. They're fundamental to the way we experience reality. Most people go through life reacting, not thinking. They're caught in a cycle of distractions, impulses, and conditioned responses. They check their phones without knowing why, they eat without tasting their food, they speak without listening. Their lives move forward, but they're not really present. They exist, but they don't truly live. The people who change the world operate differently. They see, they listen, they pay attention, they understand that awareness is not just about noticing what's in front of you, it's about understanding the deeper layers of what's happening around you. It's about recognizing patterns, seeing connections, and making decisions with clarity instead of reacting out of habit. It's about experiencing life moment by moment as it unfolds. Most people don't realize how much noise fills their minds. From the moment they wake up, their attention is hijacked. Emails, notifications, meetings, conversations. They never take a step back to ask, what am I doing? Why am I doing it? Is this the best use of my time, my energy, my life? They live in a state of unconscious motion, running on autopilot, doing what they did yesterday because that's what they've always done. The ability to be truly mindful changes everything. When you slow down and pay attention, you start seeing the gaps that others miss. You notice the little details, a hesitation in someone's voice, an opportunity hidden in a problem, a fresh way to approach an old idea. You become fully engaged with the present moment, and in that state, your mind is sharper, your decisions are clearer, and your creativity flows effortlessly. Mindfulness isn't about slowing down for the sake of it. It's about eliminating the unnecessary, the distractions, the noise, so you can focus on what truly matters. When you cultivate that kind of awareness, you don't just move through life, you shape it. Look at the greatest artists, inventors, and visionaries. They didn't just accept the world as it was. They saw something others missed. They had an extraordinary ability to notice what was hidden beneath the surface. Da Vinci studied not just the way muscles moved, but the forces behind them. Einstein didn't just accept time as absolute, he questioned it. Jobs didn't just see computers as tools, he saw them as extensions of human potential. None of these breakthroughs happened in a distracted state. They required deep focus, attention, and an ability to sit with an idea long enough to see something new in it. But mindfulness isn't just about innovation, it's about living fully. Most people spend their lives thinking about the past or the future, trapped in regret or anticipation, missing the only thing that's real, the present moment. They eat without tasting, they hear without listening, they look without seeing. They miss the beauty in the simplest things, a pattern of light on the floor, the texture of a leaf, the way the air feels on their skin. The world is rich, complex, and full of wonder, but most people are too busy to notice. They don't experience life, they skim through it. Real awareness means engaging with the world as it is, not as you expect it to be. It means listening without forming your next response, observing without judgment, and allowing yourself to fully experience each moment. When you do this, something incredible happens. You start to see things as they really are. You become attuned to reality rather than lost in your assumptions. You stop making decisions based on old patterns and start responding with clarity. Think about the last time you had a truly great conversation. Not one where you were waiting for your turn to speak, but one where you were fully present, listening deeply, engaging with the other person in a way that made them feel seen. Those moments are rare because most people are too distracted, too preoccupied with their own thoughts to truly connect. But when you bring mindfulness into every interaction, every relationship, every conversation, you create something powerful. You build trust. You inspire. You lead. This is just as true in work as it is in life. The best leaders, the best creators, the best thinkers. What sets them apart isn't just intelligence or talent. It's their ability to pay attention, to see what others ignore, to be fully present in the moment, whether they're designing a product, solving a problem, or making a decision. They don't let their minds drift. They don't allow distractions to pull them away from what matters. They train themselves to focus, to stay engaged, to be completely in tune with their work. Some people think multitasking is a skill. It's not, it's a distraction. You can't do great work if your attention is scattered across 5 different things at once. The best work comes from deep focus, from being so immersed in what you're doing that time disappears. That's when breakthroughs happen. That's when creativity flourishes. That's when you do something truly great. Technology has made mindfulness harder than ever. We live in an era of endless distractions. Notifications, messages, feeds designed to keep us scrolling forever. The attention economy thrives on pulling you away from the present moment, keeping you hooked, keeping you reactive. Every app, every platform, every algorithm is fighting for your focus. If you don't take control of your own attention, someone else will. Mindfulness is the antidote. It's the ability to step back, to choose where your attention goes, to reclaim your focus from the forces trying to steal it. It's about using technology as a tool rather than letting it use you. It's about creating before consuming, thinking before reacting, being intentional rather than being driven by impulse. It's not about rejecting technology, it's about mastering it. True awareness goes deeper than just eliminating distractions. It's about understanding yourself. Most people don't question their own thoughts. They assume that whatever their mind tells them is true. But mindfulness reveals something powerful. Not all thoughts are worth listening to. The mind is constantly generating ideas, fears, doubts, worries, but you don't have to believe all of them. You can observe them, let them pass, and choose which ones deserve your attention. This is a superpower. When you're not controlled by every thought that pops into your head, you gain freedom, you gain clarity. You stop being driven by fear, by old habits, by conditioned responses. You learn to separate the noise from what really matters. Instead of being reactive, you become intentional. Instead of following the same old patterns, you create new ones. This isn't just philosophy. It's practical. Imagine making decisions without second-guessing yourself. Imagine handling stress without being consumed by it. Imagine being fully engaged in your work, your relationships, your life, without the constant mental clutter pulling you away. That's what mindfulness does. It clears away the unnecessary so you can focus on what's essential. And it's not something you achieve once and forget. It's a practice. Every day, every moment, you have a choice. To be present or to be distracted, to pay attention or to be pulled away. The more you choose mindfulness, the stronger it becomes. The more aware you are, the more alive you feel. You stop just going through the motions, you start living with purpose. In a world that is constantly trying to steal your attention, mindfulness is the ultimate advantage. It allows you to see clearly, think deeply, and act intentionally. It's not just a way to live, it's a way to lead, to create, to innovate. It's the foundation of everything great. Breath control techniques aren't just about breathing, they're about control, they're about mastery. They're about unlocking a level of focus, clarity, and power that most people don't even realize exists. The difference between someone who operates at their full potential and someone who struggles through life often comes down to a single thing: awareness. Most people go through life without ever thinking about their breath. It happens automatically, in the background, unnoticed. They breathe shallowly, unconsciously, without any sense of rhythm or intention, and they wonder why they feel stressed, why they lose focus, why they can't control their emotions, why they don't have the energy they need to perform at their best. What they don't realize is that their breath is the key to all of it. Look at the moments that define performance. The top athletes before a game. the best public speakers before stepping on stage, the greatest minds in history sitting in deep focus, solving problems that changed the world. What do they all have in common? Control, precision, presence. And breath is the tool that gets them there. It's what separates chaos from clarity, anxiety from calm, distraction from deep, unshakable focus. Breath control is the bridge between mind and body. It's the only function in the human body that operates both automatically and consciously. You don't have to think about it, but when you do, you unlock something powerful. You tap into a system that controls your heart rate, your nervous system, your ability to think under pressure. You take control of your state in a way most people never even attempt. There's a reason the greatest warriors, the greatest thinkers, the greatest creators all understood breath. Ancient samurai, yogis, monks, Navy SEALs, astronauts, they all train their breath because they know something most people don't. In the heat of the moment, when everything is on the line, your breath is the one thing that can either keep you grounded or let everything spiral out of control. You can either let external forces dictate your state, or you can regulate it from within. Stress is not just a feeling, it's a physiological response. Your heart races, your muscles tense, your mind starts running in 1,000 directions, your breath becomes short, erratic, and most people let it happen without realizing they have a choice. But the moment you take control of your breath, everything changes. Slow it down, deepen it, control the rhythm, and suddenly your nervous system responds. Your heart rate lowers, your mind clears, you go from reactive to proactive, from overwhelmed to composed. This isn't just theory, it's biology, it's science, it's the way your body was designed to function. The breath is the control panel for your entire system. Breathe the right way and you shift into a state of deep focus, peak performance. Breathe the wrong way and you fall into patterns of stress, exhaustion, distraction. The difference between the two isn't luck, it's training. One of the simplest yet most powerful techniques is deep diaphragmatic breathing. Most people breathe from their chest, shallow, quick, inefficient. The real power comes from the diaphragm, from deep, controlled inhales that fill the lungs completely, and slow, intentional exhales that empty them fully. When you breathe this way, everything changes. Your oxygen levels increase, your brain functions better, your body operates more efficiently, you create a state of calm, focus, and energy all at once. Then there's box breathing, a technique used by elite performers across the world. Inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 4 seconds, exhale for 4 seconds, hold for 4 seconds, repeat. It seems simple, but it's a game changer. It forces you to slow down, to regulate your system, to stay in control no matter what's happening around you, or whether you're about to walk into a high-stakes meeting, deliver a speech, or make a difficult decision. This technique locks you into a state of absolute clarity. And then there's rhythmic breathing, where your inhales and exhales follow a specific pattern. Longer exhales for relaxation, balanced inhales and exhales for endurance, controlled short bursts for explosive energy. Every breath pattern influences your state, and when you master them, you control how you feel, how you perform, how you show up in every moment. The problem is, most people never think about their breath until they're struggling. They don't train it. They don't use it as a tool, and so they live at the mercy of stress, of anxiety, of fatigue. But the people who understand breath control, they operate differently. They use it to gain an edge, to sharpen their focus, to step into high-pressure situations with complete control. They don't get thrown off balance. They don't react emotionally. They regulate their internal state so that no matter what happens, they are ready. Breath control isn't just a technique, it's a mindset. It's about taking responsibility for how you feel, how you perform, how you move through life. It's about recognizing that you already have everything you need to be in control. You just have to use it. Positive affirmations and visualization aren't just concepts. They're tools. Tools that shape reality. Tools that separate those who dream from those who do. Most people go through life thinking that success, happiness, and fulfillment are external things. Things that happen to them. Things that are controlled by luck, circumstances, or the people around them. But the people who change the world, the ones who build things that last, they understand something fundamental. The mind creates before reality follows. Everything that exists started as a thought. The devices we use, the buildings we walk into, the ideas that shape industries and cultures, All of them began as a vision in someone's mind before they ever became real. The problem is, most people don't believe in their own thoughts. They allow self-doubt, fear, and hesitation to cloud their potential. They let their own minds become their biggest obstacle instead of their greatest asset. They see the world as it is instead of how it could be. Affirmations and visualization are not about wishful thinking. They're about rewiring the way you operate. Every thought, every belief, every mental habit creates a pattern, one that either pushes you forward or holds you back. And most people don't even realize that they're running the same negative loops every single day. They tell themselves they're not good enough, not smart enough, not capable enough. They reinforce limitations without even thinking about it. But here's the thing. Your mind doesn't know the difference between what's real and what's imagined. If you keep telling yourself you can't do something, your mind will believe it. If you keep reinforcing doubt, failure, or fear, that becomes your reality. The greatest innovators, creators, and leaders don't allow that. They train their minds like they train their bodies. They use affirmations to shape their internal world before they step out into the external one. When you tell yourself with absolute certainty that you are capable, that you are creative, that you are unstoppable, something changes. Not just psychologically, but biologically. Your brain rewires, your nervous system adapts, your body starts responding as if what you're telling yourself is already true. Confidence isn't something you're born with, it's something you build. And it starts with the words you tell yourself every single day. Think about the people who consistently perform at the highest levels. They don't walk into a room with hesitation. They don't approach challenges with doubt. They step in with absolute certainty. Not because they've never failed, but because they've conditioned themselves to believe in their own ability to overcome anything. They tell themselves a different story, one of success, one of resilience, one of unstoppable progress. Affirmations are only part of the equation. The other part is visualization. Seeing the outcome before it happens, feeling the success before it's real, creating the experience in the mind so vividly that when the moment comes, it feels like something you've already lived through. The best athletes don't just train their bodies, they train their minds. Before they step onto the field, they've already played the game in their heads 1,000 times. They've seen every move, every shot, every moment of victory before it happens. This isn't just mindset, it's science. When you visualize something in detail, your brain fires the same neural pathways as if you were actually experiencing it. Your muscles, your reactions, your instincts, they all start aligning with what you've imagined. That's why people who practice visualization perform better, learn faster, and adapt quicker. They've already programmed success into their system before they even begin. Most people use visualization the wrong way. They think about what could go wrong. They picture failure. They replay their past mistakes. They create fear-based movies in their minds, and then they wonder why they hesitate, why they doubt themselves, why they never reach their full potential. The people who break barriers, the people who redefine industries, they do the exact opposite. They visualize success so often, so clearly, that by the time they step into reality, they feel like they've already won. The human brain is wired for stories. It believes what it repeats. If you tell yourself every day that you're stuck, that you're not talented enough, that you're not lucky enough, your brain will find ways to make that true. But if you tell yourself that you are capable, that you are resilient, that you are already moving toward success, then your brain starts working to make that a reality. It shifts your focus, sharpens your instincts, pushes you toward the opportunities that align with that belief. This isn't just about motivation, it's about strategy. You don't build something great by hoping for it, you build it by seeing it so clearly that every decision, every action, every moment moves you closer to it. You create the future in your mind before you bring it into the world. That's how revolutions start. That's how breakthroughs happen. That's how you take an idea from something intangible to something that changes everything. It's easy to dismiss affirmations and visualization as abstract concepts, but the truth is, they are some of the most powerful tools available to anyone willing to use them. Every major achievement, every disruptive innovation, every game-changing moment in history started with someone who saw something in their mind before the world saw it with their eyes. The difference between those who build something extraordinary and those who stay stuck in the same patterns isn't intelligence, luck, or talent. It's belief. It's the ability to see beyond the present moment, beyond the obstacles, beyond the doubts, and into the future that they are creating.